Having shot my best bow buck ever, it is now time to get the muzzleloader out and see if I couldn't get my first buck ever with a gun. With such a busy schedule in December and January, I really was only going to have a few days to hunt, and that weekend would be the opening weekend of Second Shotgun. Up until that Saturday, I had gone out scouting the few previous nights after work just to see what was around. I was checking out quite a few different spots and was seeing quite a few deer, including a lot of nice bucks that we wanted to go after. On Thursday night, I was out scouting a field that we wanted to hunt and spotted a buck we called a no-brow 10.
It's Thursday before second gun season opens this Saturday here in Iowa, and I've been out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night looking at different spots, just watching to see what bucks are around, and I've been seeing plenty of deer. And I just got back here, and a lot of does out there, and then one big buck. It's been a while since we've got a picture of him. He's a 4.5-year-old 10 or 11 point that's gonna get the pass. So there's still a little bit of light left, and the deer are just kind of all over. So we're gonna keep our eyes out. Maybe that big buck will come up here. That big 10 point was a deer we call no brow. He's 5.5. Got his matched sheds from last year. That was the first time we've laid eyes on him this year. Big deer, wow. First time we've laid eyes on the other 10 point, the big one that came out before, the one we're gonna pass. 2 more bucks just came out, small bucks, but crazy the shooters and big bucks that I've seen while it's got in the past 4 days. So there's about only 1 buck we're looking for yet, and 1 more deer came out down there to see what it is. A guy couldn't ask for a better night to come out here and scout. You can see the sunset's awesome. The deer are moving. We're seeing big bucks. Hard to beat. Only got 2 days to gun hunt, and I gotta say, if I don't get it done, just coming out here scouting the past 4 nights and seeing the bucks I've seen is awesome. Worth it.
This is a buck that showed up last year as a 10 point. He got his name from being a 10 point and not having any brow tines. I'm not even gonna explain how he got his name. I think it's obvious. We got some trail cam videos of him, had an encounter with him, and then he disappeared for the summer. He hadn't shown up again until we got a couple more trail cam videos on one of our food plots in November. My cousin Brandon will be coming back to film me this weekend. We haven't had the chance to hunt together in a while, so it's going to be nice to go out and catch up. We always seem to have way too much fun when we're out.
It's noon right now, and we're just getting ready to head out to a field that I came and scouted a couple nights ago and seen a couple shooter bucks on, a lot of deer, a lot of other bucks that we'd pass. But it's the opening evening of Iowa's second gun season. My cousin Brandon came back to film tonight, and if things are the way they were this whole past week, I've seen a lot of shooters every night just out scouting. So if things are like they were, we should have some luck tonight, or we should at least be seeing some deer. It's cold, overcast, wind's blowing out of the north a little bit, and the moon's getting full. So hopefully those deer will be out feeding, and hopefully early. But we're gonna dress warm and get after it. We finally just got set up. The plan was to get in early because we knew it was gonna be a tough spot to set. We're sitting on this creek bank that's really steep, and we just found us a flat spot. And it would be nice to be off the edge of the field a little bit, but it's kind of hard to do. So you can see we just really tried to brush ourselves in as well as we could. And we'll see how it works. We can shoot about 180 degrees. The deer like to hang out here, and they come out over here. So I think the biggest thing is just gotta get by the does until the bucks come out. And hopefully we can do that. Wind's perfect in our face. Now I just have to sit and wait.
We got set up in our spot along the creek around 1 o'clock. A few minutes later, Brandon spotted 5 does moving in the timber. We were hoping that this would be the night that No Brow would show himself. For most of the afternoon, there was quite a few does and fawns out moving, and even some turkeys, but we just weren't seeing any bucks yet. You always know a big one can step out of the timber at any time, but really I was beginning to wonder if this was going to be the evening that we were going to see a shooter.
Wind's pretty cold. It's about 4 o'clock, so we have a solid hour and 15 minutes left. I got 4 does and a little buck up here feeding. Hopefully there'll be more to come.
It was getting late and the deer were moving all over. I was keeping a sharp eye behind us on the timber edge, and when I finally noticed movement, 2 does came over the hill and were feeding right to us. They were followed closely by about 5 other deer, and we knew there had to be a buck behind them. Finally, I spotted a buck, which looked like a nice one, but it ended up just being a 3.5-year-old. I told Brandon, and when he swung the camera, he noticed that there was a bigger deer out there. We both seen him at the same time, and one look at him, we knew instantly it was a shooter.
He's down there by the terrace. He's right here. Do you see him? I see him. He's not right. Yeah. You guys head down. Yeah. Yep. No problem. Just wait a second. Yep. He's right behind another 8-point. Yeah, I got him. Okay, now he's behind it. Gotta wait for that buck to clear him. Alright, still on him. That buck's gotta clear him. Ready? You on him? Yep, I'm on him.
Whoop. Whoop.
You hit him, Russ. Just had a bunch of deer come walking by. About 100 yards. I'm bringing up 3. It was No Brow, the big 10-point that I seen back here Thursday night. Nice shot. Muzzleloader, all the smoke. I couldn't see a thing. He tucked his tail and ran. Brandon said he kicked pretty hard. But he went over the terrace and there's about 10 deer. I'm shaking too much. My hands are too cold. I can't hold still to bino to see if he's one standing up there or if he's dead behind the terrace. I don't know. I have no idea. That's the worst, is not knowing. I don't know whether to be excited or if I'm gonna be disappointed. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to watch the video. Thank you. I don't know whether to be excited or not. I tell you what, if he's dead, he's a big deer. He'll be my biggest deer. Just pray that he's got a good hit on him.
With a little bit of daylight left, we decided to pack our stuff up and walk to where the deer was standing when we shot, hoping we could find some blood.
We're just gonna quietly walk up here. Hopefully we'll see him.
Once we got up to the spot where the buck was standing, we didn't find any blood, but we figured we'd just walk to where he ran since it was on our way to the truck anyways. We only took a couple of steps, and there you could see a big brown body laying ahead in the corn stalks. He had only gone about 40 yards.
Go get him.
This is a buck we call the No Brow 10. He came back here scouting Thursday night, seen him out running with some does. It was actually the first time we've ever laid eyes on him. He showed up last year as a 4.5, making him 5.5 this year. Surprisingly, it's been a pretty tough year for us, but Dad was able to get a nice buck early on. And then later in November, Jordan and I went out and shot a nice big 4.5-year-old 8-point kickback 8. And we had pretty high hopes coming into the gun season, especially coming into this weekend. We had high hopes. And the first night, tonight's the first night we've been out, first night of second gun season, and we got it done. After so many years of gun hunting, it was great to finally be able to shoot a buck. It was also nice of Brandon to drive back so far just to come film, and it was great to be able to get out hunting with him again.
Not to ruin a good picture. Do it again.
Ruin a good picture.
1, 2, 3.